Hello again. Here we are to talk about something to do with the daily eye roll. We're banging on doors, kicking the lamppost, taking the dog for a walk, losing the cat, but we never give up on trying to create some kind of passion where the daily eye roll begins to play an important part in the lives of those that have nothing going on. You could see me providing a service for those that have been forgotten by society, the ones that don't really like people, and so they come and listen to me. So today's topic, what are we talking about? Social media, of course. That's been in the news just recently. Our esteemed leader, Keir Starmer, said that he was going to ban social media for the under 16s. I think he was talking about a lifetime ban until you reach 17, of course. So what does the ban mean? It means that anybody under the age of 16 can't use any form of any kind of social media. But what if you're 16 years and 1 day old? Are you still under 16? That bit's not being clarified. We'll wait and see what happens. Keir Starmer is following Australia's example. And what he's trying to do is that he's trying to uplift an opportunity where he thinks that if he manufactures this ban, parents will be happy because they'll be able to talk to their children again. They'll know where their children are for a start. He thinks that school teachers will be happy because because social media is no longer being used by individual students in the classroom while the teacher is trying to teach. University professors will be happy, the police, everybody will be happy. They obviously don't know young people. Young people were not manufactured to make you happy. And if anybody's got any children, you'll know what I mean. So the politicians in their wisdom think that if we force parents into this corner, they'll be on our side, and Keir Starmer might get a lease of life by winning the leadership election and maybe the general election. Well, I don't know what you think, but I think he can carry on wishing. He's had his day. He's out on his arse come the first opportunity. We won't go into the politics of that, not saying that Andy Burnham is a great guy. He's not actually, but, two-time loser might win the third time. So what we do have and what we can talk about is a crisis at home, a crisis in a relationship that has broken down beyond repair. Just because you take away their social media does not mean that you will then suddenly develop a conversational relationship with your 14-year-old. It's not going to happen. You'll need to replace that social media gadgetry with something as exciting, as wonderfully encapsulating their lives. We know that the social media concept was manufactured back in the 80s during Margaret Thatcher's period. And it all started off with closing down play schemes, closing down play centres, closing down youth centres. There was no longer any football or cricket available unless you went and paid for it, and not all young people could afford the cost of that. There was massive cuts in the social and sporting activities in Britain. Every local authority was cutting back. Slowly they were evolving into a non-sporting activities authority. They were creating an environment in which no young people's activities were beginning to exist. Social workers, teachers, parents were all very concerned. I'm a qualified youth worker. I was concerned when I found that all the youth centres were closing down, and you had no say in this. We didn't have social media at the time to say, let's get onto social media and let's attack the leader of the council. Let's attack the local councillor. You went to their surgeries and they weren't even interested in talking to you. They'd give you the standard line, we got no money. We got no money. Well, if you got no money, then find some. You can find it for other reasons. You can find it for something as critical as young people's social welfare. What does this mean for young people in particular? Will this create an alternative lifestyle? Yes, it will. Will it push families apart? Yes, it will. Will it push kids into unregulated social networking activities? Yes, it will. These are all the things that are being claimed by the tech companies. Unless the government can replace social media with some significant activity that will capture the interests of the young people, we are going to be in trouble. Anyway, tell me what you think. Drop me a line and I'll be happy to respond.